Imagine being stranded in a cave for 7 days. The crushing darkness pressing in, the echo of dripping water your only companion. What would you do? How would you survive? In this three-dimensional animated adventure, we take you through the harrowing experience of being trapped underground, fighting for survival against all odds. Over the next 7 days, we'll witness the resilience of the human spirit and the lengths we'll go to make it back to the light. The ground gives way without warning. One moment everything seems stable, the earth solid beneath your feet, but in the blink of an eye, the world shifts dramatically. The ground crumbles, and you find yourself plummeting into the unknown. One minute you're exploring a beautiful sun-dappled path surrounded by the serene beauty of nature. The trees sway gently in the breeze, their leaves rustling softly. Birds chirp melodiously, and the sunlight filters through the canopy, casting playful shadows on the forest floor. It's a scene of tranquility, a moment of peace that feels almost timeless. The next you're tumbling through darkness. The light from above fades rapidly, replaced by an all-consuming blackness. You feel the rush of air as you fall, your body spinning uncontrollably. The sensation is disorienting, a chaotic whirl of motion and sound. You reach out trying to grasp something, anything to stop your descent, but there's nothing but empty space. Dust fills your lungs, the air thick with the smell of damp earth. The particles hang in the air, illuminated by the faintest glimmers of light. Each breath is a struggle, the dust making it hard to breathe. The scent of the cave is overwhelming, a mix of wet stone and decaying leaves, a stark contrast to the fresh air of the forest above. You cough, struggling to sit up, your heart hammering against your ribs. The impact of the fall has left you dazed, your body aching from the sudden jolt. You take a moment to gather your bearings, trying to make sense of your surroundings. The cave is dimly lit, shadows dancing on the walls as you move. Looking up, you see the faintest glimmer of sunlight, impossibly far away. It's a small, distant circle of light, a reminder of the world you were just in. The contrast between the bright, open forest and the dark, confined cave is stark. The light seems so far out of reach, a beacon of hope in an otherwise bleak situation. You try to call out, but your voice is swallowed by the silence. The cave absorbs the sound, leaving you with nothing but the echo of your own voice. The silence is oppressive, a heavy blanket that seems to smother any attempt at communication. You are trapped, isolated from the world above. Panic claws at the edges of your mind, but you push it down. The fear is almost paralyzing, a cold grip that threatens to take over. But you know that giving into panic won't help. You take deep breaths, trying to calm your racing heart. You focus on the task at hand, on finding a way out of this situation. You have to be strong. You have to survive. The determination to make it out of the cave fuels you, giving you the strength to push forward. You start to explore your surroundings, looking for any possible exit. The cave is a maze of tunnels and passages, but you are determined to find a way out. You will not give up, you will survive. The first pangs of hunger are the worst. They hit you like a wave, sudden and overwhelming, making you double over in pain. It's a gnawing sensation, as if your insides are being twisted and wrung out. You clutch your stomach, trying to soothe the ache, but it only seems to grow stronger with each passing moment. Your stomach growls, a hollow ache that seems to echo through the vast emptiness of the cave. The sound reverberates off the walls, amplifying the feeling of isolation and desperation. It's a constant reminder of your dire situation, a relentless drumbeat that drives you to the brink of madness. You search desperately for any sign of food, any scrap to keep the hunger at bay. Your hands scrape against the rough cave floor, feeling for anything edible. Every shadow, every crevice holds the promise of sustenance, but more often than not, they yield nothing but disappointment. The darkness is both your ally and your enemy, hiding potential food sources while also concealing dangers. A few withered mushrooms, their pale caps glowing faintly in the darkness, become a meager meal. You gather them with trembling hands, knowing they won't be enough to satisfy your hunger but hoping they'll stave off the worst of it. The taste is bitter and earthy, but you force yourself to chew and swallow, each bite a small victory in your battle against starvation. Thirst is a sharper enemy. It gnaws at you with a ferocity that hunger cannot match. Your lips are cracked and dry, your throat parched and burning. Every breath feels like sandpaper, and the sweat that beads on your skin only serves to remind you of the precious moisture you're losing. You lick the dampness from the cave walls, each drop a precious victory. The cool, wet stone offers a brief respite from the relentless thirst, but it's never enough. You press your tongue against the damp surface, savoring the fleeting relief, but the dryness returns almost immediately, leaving you more desperate than before. Hope dwindles with each passing hour. The cave, once a refuge, now feels like a tomb. The shadows seem to close in around you, suffocating and oppressive. You try to hold on to the belief that you'll find a way out, that you'll survive, but it's becoming harder and harder to maintain that fragile hope. You have to find a source of water, and fast. Your body is screaming for hydration, and you know that without it, you won't last much longer. You dig frantically at the cave floor, hoping to uncover a hidden spring or a trickle of water. Each moment feels like an eternity, and the fear of failure looms large in your mind. But you can't give up. You have to keep searching, keep fighting, because your survival depends on it. The cold seeps into your bones, a constant reminder of your vulnerability. You huddle deeper into yourself, seeking any warmth your body can offer. You need shelter, a place of refuge from the elements. Using fallen rocks and branches dragged in from the collapse, you begin to build. It's slow, painstaking work, your fingers raw and blistered. But slowly, a small structure takes shape. It's not much, but it's a start. A flicker of hope in the darkness. Chapter 4, Day 4, Eyes in the Dark. A rustling in the darkness. You freeze, every sense on high alert. Your heart pounds in your ears, your breath catching in your throat. It could be anything. A falling rock, the wind whistling through a crevice. But a primal fear whispers a different story. You are not alone in this cave. Two glowing eyes pierce the darkness, watching you. You grab a sharp rock, your makeshift weapon, ready to defend yourself. The creature moves closer, its form obscured by the shadows. Chapter 5, Day 5, The Breaking Point. The silence is deafening. The cave, once a place of mystery and wonder, has now become a prison. The walls seem to close in, the darkness pressing down on you, suffocating you. Every sound, every drip of water, every rustle of unseen creatures amplifies the crushing weight of isolation. Days blur together, marked only by the rising and setting of the sun, a cruel reminder of the world you're trapped beneath. The sun's rays, once a symbol of hope and life, now serve as a taunting reminder of the freedom you no longer possess. Each beam of light that pierces the cave's entrance is a fleeting glimpse of a world that feels increasingly distant. Despair threatens to consume you. The weight of your situation bears down on you, crushing your spirit. You feel the tears well up, unbidden, as the reality of your predicament sinks in. The cave's oppressive atmosphere magnifies your hopelessness, making every moment a struggle to hold on to the remnants of your sanity. You close your eyes, trying to remember the feel of sunlight on your skin, the sound of laughter, the warmth of human connection. You cling to these memories, desperate to keep them alive in your mind. They are your lifeline, the thin thread that keeps you tethered to a world beyond the cave's darkness. The taste of fresh air. You inhale deeply, trying to capture the essence of the outside world, the scent of grass, the fragrance of flowers, the crispness of a cool breeze. These sensory memories are fading, slipping through your fingers like grains of sand, but you hold on to them with all your might. But the memories are fading, replaced by the cold, damp reality of the cave. The chill seeps into your bones, the dampness clings to your skin, and the darkness envelops you. The cave's harsh environment is relentless, eroding your resolve, making it harder to distinguish between reality and the fragments of your fading memories. You scream, a raw, primal sound that echoes off the unforgiving stone. You are losing hope. The echo of your voice is a haunting reminder of your isolation, a cry for help that goes unanswered. The cave swallows your scream, leaving you with the stark realization that you are truly alone. The breaking point is near, and you wonder how much longer you can endure this relentless torment. Chapter 6, Day 6, A Glimmer of Hope. Just when you think you can't take it anymore, a glimmer of hope appears. Following a narrow tunnel, desperate for a change of scenery, you stumble upon a miracle. A small, crystal-clear stream trickles through the rock, its surface reflecting the faint light from your makeshift torch. Water. You fall to your knees, cupping the cool liquid in your hands, feeling life flow back into you with each sip. And then you hear it. A faint sound, carried on the breeze. Voices. Chapter 7, Day 7, freedom. The voices grow stronger, closer. You scream until your throat is raw, your voice echoing through the caverns. Light, blinding, glorious light. You shield your eyes, squinting against the brightness. Silhouetted against the sun, figures appear. Rescuers. You collapse, your body finally giving in to exhaustion and relief. The feeling of strong arms lifting you, carrying you towards the surface is indescribable. You are free. See the light. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey. We faced the darkness together, experienced the depths of despair, and ultimately found our way back to the light. Remember, even in the darkest of times, hope can flicker within. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing 3D animated adventures.